Hello there, Scorpio. Thank you so much for stopping by for your tarot video forecast for the week of May 23rd through the 29th. What we have coming up for Monday is we have the Seven of Swords showing up in reverse. And the Seven of Swords in reverse just basically means that on Monday we have somebody who is trying to make up to us for some deception that they tried to pull on us. They think they were successful, but actually we knew what was going on. We are Scorpio after all. We're pretty intuitive. So anyway, they don't know that we knew what they were doing, but they are trying to make up for whatever it was that they did where they thought they pulled the wool over our eyes, but they don't really want to tell us what they're trying to make up for. We know what's up. All right, so that's Monday. So we can play with them like a little cat and mouse game if we want to, or we can just let it all slide and let them think they're getting away with the whole big shebang. Up to us. On Tuesday, what we have coming up is the Five of Cups. And the Five of Cups just means that there's something that's happened that's disappointed us, and we are now looking at our priorities and setting our priorities in such a way so as to avoid that disappointment again. We're putting more energy towards other things that we think will not be so disappointing. All right, so Wednesday, what we have showing up is the King of Swords in reverse. This is somebody I feel like that we are dealing with on Wednesday. For many of us, this will be a male person, but for some it'll be a female. It is a general reading. I don't like to pin down. Actually, to tell you the truth, I really don't like to pin down genders even in private readings. I think the court cards tell us a lot more about personalities than they do about the gender that somebody's body is. So anyway, this is somebody that we're dealing with on Wednesday. This is someone who normally thinks everything through logically and doesn't pay that much attention to their emotions. But on Wednesday, they are feeling very... Well, their emotions are running the show. That's the easiest way to say it. And not only is it not cool that their emotions are running the show, they're a little freaked out by the fact that their emotions are running the show because they're so used to suppressing them. So it kind of makes it a double whammy for them, which makes it a little bit more miserable for us. This is somebody who is really emotional, moody, grumpy, unhappy, just generally kind of rough to be around. All right, so interacting with them on Wednesday, now you've got kind of the heads up. Definitely you don't want to say anything to incite this person. So, and if they start getting really upset, you just want to kind of let them go until they wind down, wait for the Energizer Bunny to run out, so to speak. If you try to defend your actions or defend anybody else, all you're doing is throwing gas on that fire. So this person is not in a very reasonable place anyway. They're just totally triggered. So the best thing you can do is, just stand as far away from them as you can. I normally wouldn't say this in my normal conversation, but it's coming through pretty loud and clear as part of the message, so I'm sure it literally applies to somebody out there, but stand as far away as you can so that the spit coming out of their mouth doesn't fly and land on you. Pretty crazy. All right, let's move on. Thursday, Queen of Coins showing up in reverse, and we're getting a lot of repetitive energies coming through here this week. This is the second or third time I've seen the Queen of Coins in reverse already. And this is only the 8th video. Queen of Coins in reverse. I feel like for us Scorpios, this is us. This is realizing that the generosity that we have had towards somebody is not being used in a way that we intended it to be used, or it's not being used in a good way. And so now it's time to cut that off. And I feel like we are cutting off that generosity. This can apply in a bunch of different ways. This can just be very literal, talking about money or finances, but this can also be talking about energetically if we have somebody in our lives that we've sort of been carrying in some way, whether it was always being there, being a shoulder to cry on, and letting them spew all their negative stuff on us, or whether it was, just being there for them, but yet they aren't really there for us. Just being the strong one in that relationship, whether it's a friendship or romantic relationship, whatever it is. I feel like we're like, you know what, we've carried you long enough. You should be building up your own strength now. We shouldn't have to still be carrying you. Are you still crying about that same thing that you've started crying to me about 3 months ago? I'm sorry, but you should have figured out your lesson now and moved on, you know? Or are you still needing to borrow money from me for rent? You've had to do this for 3 months now. In that amount of time, you haven't found a job or some way of making some money so you can cover your own rent? I don't think so. Time for you to get your stuff together. I can't carry you for the rest of your life. This is the kind of energy that this is talking about. All right, so moving on to Friday. Wow, Friday we have the Emperor in reverse. Okay, remember the King of Swords guy in reverse? Moody, grumpy, not happy, not fun to be around because he's feeling really emotional. Emperor in reverse is another version of this guy, only the difference is where the King of Swords is kind of triggered and almost out of control, not really, he's not intending to be so miserable to be around. He just kind of doesn't know how to fix it because he's feeling very overwhelmed. When you come to the Emperor on Friday, this guy is miserable to be around, but he's very conscious and aware of what he's doing, or she. This is somebody who does have a position of responsibility, but they're corrupt, and they will do whatever it takes to get the people around them to do what they want done. So they're not above lying about situations. They're not above manipulating people. They're corrupt. That's the best way to say it. And so if they don't get what they want, they will use whatever means necessary to convince the people around them to give them what they want. And if that doesn't work, then they have a big stinking fit that's really hard to deal with, because when you see a grown-up have a fit like a 3-year-old, what are you supposed to do with that? Especially somebody who's in a position of authority. And this is what we get to look forward to on Friday. Yippee! Moving on to Saturday. 7 of Cups showing up in reverse. 7 of Cups in reverse just means that there's some things that we've been thinking about for our lives that we've been thinking, it would be nice to have this, or it would be nice to have that, or it would be nice if things were like this, or it would be nice if, my commute to work was shorter, or if I was getting paid more, or if I was doing something I enjoyed more, or if I knew more people, or if I had more friends to socialize with. Not that a Scorpios really need a high number of friends. But anyway, there's just been things that we've been thinking about that we would like to have different and upgraded in our lives. And when the 7 of Cups comes in reverse, this means that we're prioritizing some of those things. We're figuring out, okay, what's the thing that's really important to upgrade in our lives? And we're starting to take some action towards doing that. Okay, so that's Saturday. Now Sunday. 5 of Swords in reverse. We are stepping out of some kind of competition on Sunday. This doesn't feel like it's a very healthy competition, and I think that's part of why we're stepping out of it. So, examples of scenarios might be you're dating somebody who is trying to tell you you're the one, but you know there are other love interests in that person's life. You might decide, you know what, I don't really want to deal with the competition. You're telling me I'm the one, I'm supposed to be the one. If you're telling me I'm the one and I'm not the one, why am I trying to compete with people who aren't the one? Get on down the road, Jack. That may be what we're saying. That may be the type of competition that we're coming out of. This could be some sibling rivalry. And this could be you saying, you know what, I've been doing this for all of my life with you. It has got us absolutely nowhere. We still don't have peace between us. Why am I going to keep pursuing this type of competition just in the hopes that I'll feel a little better? I'm stepping out. You win. You win. Because in reality, getting out of that situation gives you much more peace than staying in. So who really wins? The person with the peace or the person who won? Think about it. All right. So anyway, Scorpios, I've got an attitude tonight, don't I? Anyway, that's our week. Thank you so much, everybody, for stopping by, for hanging out, for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting. I do appreciate all of your support. Everyone have an absolutely fantastic week, and I'll see you back here the next time. Peace out.